Well, Ahsoka Season 1 is over, and I have some thoughts. A lot of people have called my corner of YouTube a positive Star Wars channel, but that's not exactly the case. I like to have legitimate discussions about what we like and why we like it, but I'm also not afraid to call out stuff that I'm not a fan of, which is why it pains me to say, but in my opinion, of course, this finale episode was absolute garbage. Now, before you click off, if you liked this episode, as most of you did, then awesome. There were some great moments, tons of action, and a whole lot of mystery set up for this second season. Everyone's opinion is valid, and I won't try to convince you that you aren't a real Star Wars fan unless you hate it. Star Wars has always been cheesy, but this episode turned the cheese level up to 11 and failed to provide any grounding substance beneath it. There were no stakes in this episode, aside from Thrawn's return. Now, hardcore Star Wars fans and Rebels enjoyers will know who Thrawn is and the true extent of the danger that he represents to the galaxy, but we are never shown that in this series. I'm very happy to see that he did escape in the end, and I thought his final monologue to Ahsoka was epic, but it was made meaningless by how our protagonists responded. A momentary sigh of frustration, then they head back to Turtle Camp with smiles on their faces. I understand that there is always hope, and with Morai present, Ahsoka is exactly where she is meant to be, but it just doesn't work. Baylan going off to find the ancient power of the Ones is so very intriguing, but there was nothing provided to us aside from whatever theories we came up with ourselves. And that was kind of the through line of this whole season. A lot of really cool concepts, but nothing confirmed, nothing explained, and no real weight to any of it. Who was Marok? Probably Night Sister magic, yet we are never told that. Who is Baylan looking for? Probably Abeloth, but we are never told that. Those of us who have seen the shows and done our homework are interested in these details, but only because we know to investigate them. Now, I love ambiguity as much as the next guy, but when the entire tapestry of the storyline is a bunch of loose ends, the audience might not be willing to tie the strings together just to make it make sense.